Hello my friends, and welcome back here to the Off-Grid Garage in sunny hot Australia. Today with the last and final episode of our battery shelf installation. So we want to install the 280 ampere hour battery cells here in our basement compartment down here. Yeah, let's see how this goes. So first of all, we have to disconnect the old battery here because this needs to go. We need this space of the breaker to connect the battery bank. As you have seen in the intro, I have prepared everything, drilled and tapped all the bus bars, bended 2 of them already. I've got all my terminals here, my DIN rail and my terminal connections for the BMS. We've got the BMS itself. I have now received response from HELTEC, so apparently it's all my fault. I have not seen the parameter in the settings to set up the correct string number. Makes sense. I was looking for it, but couldn't see it. Well, we give it another try and see if we can find it. I also have modified these 2 bus bars here and have used a cutoff of the standard bus bars which comes with the EVE cells, and I have not used these small ones. Yeah, I mean, come on, right? Come on. This is the original bus bar and the other one is the one I made. Also have a look at the thickness. This is probably only 1.5 millimeter copper, while the other one is 2 millimeter copper. So quite a big difference. They are a bit too thin for my taste. Okay, so without further ado, let's get right into it. So first of all, we want to measure if there's any voltage here on the cable, which there is not, because I have turned off the circuit breaker here, and as well as the main switch on the battery. So no voltage anymore. All right, let's take off these 2 cables. There we go. So I'm basically going to do the same setup in our bottom shelf here as I have done in the top and middle shelf as well. Have our terminals sitting here for the BMS connection, the BMS here, terminal block for the balance cables, and have all the balance cables soldered with a fuse. If you are new to the channel and haven't seen this before, I've shown it twice now, and well, I don't want to bother you to death here, so I'm not going to show the whole setup again. I'll be back once we are at this stage and we can actually mount the BMS again. It could be a couple of hours. It will be a couple of hours. It may be dark until then. Guys, I was just going to install my battery number 13 here and push this into the shelf when I realized that. That is a big transport damage which I haven't seen before. Here you can see it. Definitely happened during transport. The whole corner is being pushed up. The case is dented in, but it's not leaking. And I've checked internal resistance and voltage. This all seems to be fine. So I was a bit concerned to contact Qishou now after 3 weeks of delivery of these batteries and say, well, there is a transport damage with one of your batteries. Because clearly I have no proof it has happened during transport. They can say, well, it happened to you, not to us. Everything was correctly packed. No evidence from either side. I took a photo and sent this to Qishou in China, and within a couple of minutes I had a reply. Don't worry about it, Andy, we'll send you a new battery. And now before you say, well, this is only happening because I've got a YouTube channel and I'm going public with all this. So they're treating me with a different service and quality of products. No, Amy from Qishou actually guaranteed me that this is part of their transport and product quality guarantee. So whenever you receive any damaged products from Qishou Technology, send them a photo and a message and they will replace these faulty cells for free. Everyone, not just me, everyone. Everyone who buys with Qishou. That's why this company is outstanding. I really like their service and their products. Okay, I will put this cell into our battery and then we replace it later on once the replacement battery has arrived. No big deal. So if you are still looking for a reliable supplier of these EVE batteries with outstanding customer service, well, look no further. There's a link down in the description, as always. Guys, it is 9:20. We have minus 7.5 amps because it's a late night show again, guys. Well, it took me from 10 this morning until 7 this evening to finalize our battery shelf here. Well, I mean it. Look at this. I have finalized the battery shelf. All 3 battery banks have been installed now. The top one and the middle one are already connected and working. As you can see, we've got light here, and the bottom one has been just finalized, and the BMS is waiting to be connected, and then we can connect this one as well. I have checked all the cabling, all the bus bars. Again, everything is torqued with 4 Newton meters here. All the connections are torqued. The circuit breaker is torqued. I've checked the polarity of the input and output and input. Well, it depends. Everything is fine. Let's install the HELTEC BMS. There you go, 4 Newton meters. There we go. BMS is connected. I have checked all the voltage levels of our balance cables here, and we just can plug it in now and hope for the best that everything works. So, okay, let's try this one first. Okay. Second one in. It's good. The display is on. It says 53 volts, 80% state of charge, 0 amps, and we've got the little wrench symbol up there again. So I guess that means there is something wrong with it. Okay, let's have a look at the app. Okay, let's start the screen recorder here again. So the app is connected to the BMS, and he said something about, have you checked the cell count? And yeah, obviously, from what we can see here, is the BMS actually believes we've got a 25S battery connected. And all the cables which are connected in parallel to each other, like 7, 8, and 9, are not showing the correct voltage, because 8 and 9 is parallel to 7. So, but where do here's a battery symbol at the top. Oh, maybe here somewhere. Version, no, there's nothing here. Cannot click on anything here. No, I don't know, where do I set the cell count? 50 ampere hours can only be in parameter settings 8888, but where is it? Over voltage, alarm, discharge, balance, soak, settings, rate, PECNUM. PECNUM! There it is! PECNUM 25. 16. Why didn't I see this before? 16. And now if we go back, it should be correct. Ah. There we go. I finally found it. Ah, that was totally my fault. I did not see PECNUM 25. So these are all the parameters we can actually change in the app, which is not much. BELCN vol. What does that mean? Is this the balance turn on voltage? I will set this to 3.45. Ah, okay. So 500. Are you sure? Yes. Soak setting. Probably we are at 30%. Yes. Input value 280 ampere hours. Yes. All the parameters are here. I have not seen them yesterday for some reason. That is insane. Okay, and now we don't have any error codes anymore. Everything is green. Okay, so just to make sure, we keep an eye on cell number 15, which is our damaged cell. At the moment, this is our lowest, oh no, this is our maximum battery actually. It's the red one. This has the maximum cell voltage, and minimum is number 9. Okay, I think let's turn on this battery. 52.6 we have. Okay, let's place this somewhere where you can actually read it. Oh, here. Here's good. I like that. We go to the output here of the circuit breaker, and we have 52.4, and at the top of the circuit breaker 52.4. There should be no current inrushing, nothing. All right, let's turn on the circuit breaker and see what's happening. I'm just having a look at the app again. Is there not a maximum charge and discharge current? Ah, here, discharge OC over current alarm. This is just an alarm, is it? 210 amps. Charge over current alarm. There's discharge. Oh yeah, charge is 100. Okay. Okay, this is very, very limited what you can actually adjust here in this BMS. Well, let's do it. Let's turn it on and see what happens. Okay, circuit breaker on. Okay, we are on. We are live. Any current? 1.7 amps. 1.5 going out. We are discharging our battery bank number 3. We are officially online, guys. We are officially connected with all 3 battery banks. Man, where's my beer? I can't believe we have connected all 3 battery banks now to the bus bar, and everything is working as designed. This should be something to celebrate, right? Okay, here we can see 0.7 amps going in or out. Doesn't tell us. It turns off after a few seconds. So I'm not sure if this is actually useful here or not. At the moment I would say that is totally useless. I cannot believe after months and months and months of do-it-yourself work here in the off-grid garage, we have finalized, well, at least from a functionality or technical perspective, we have finalized the battery shelf now. All 3 battery banks are connected to our bus bar system here in the back. Everything is connected to our load, the 2 inverters, the solar charge controllers. And we've got 3 banks in parallel with 3 different BMSs. The Overkill Solar, the JK BMS, and the HELTEC BMS down here. Amazing, and it works. Well guys, this is a bit like a dream coming true tonight. I am very happy it just works. But we haven't fully tested the bottom battery yet. Let's go into the JK BMS and turn off discharge. Thank you. So we should see a little bit more current going out of our bottom battery. 1.5 amps. That's not very much actually. Okay, let's turn off the top battery as well. Discharge off. Bang, 0. Okay, and now everything runs from our new battery, which we have just installed. That is insane. That is how quickly it goes. And as always, we are using the Tesla as our load and pulling full power 16 amps from our new build battery. And want to see what's happening. 40 amps, 60 amps, 67. Or is it only 67 amps when we're charging full power? Okay, is the current sensor not calibrated maybe? Let's see how much we pull. 84 amps. And the app tells us 67 only. Oh, there's a huge difference. The inverter just kicked in. Scared the shit out of me again. I cannot see any calibration function amps. These are the only two amps we can set. This is the maximum charge and discharge current. Nothing so far. This is the delay, charge disconnect. Can I just click on here and it gives me an option to, well, this is not good. Well, this shows us 15 amps less than we actually have. It doesn't show us any power anywhere. Oh yeah, power 3.4 kilowatt, which is not correct, I think. Anyway, it looks like the current is not very precise at all. Okay, let's do the hand test first and see if there's anything warming up already. No, they're all good. No connections. Let me just quickly check all the terminals. That is all good at 80 amps so far. Even my 3. Let's have a look. Okay, so we are pulling 85 amps roughly. Let's see what we have for each single cable here. 28.5, 26.5, and 28.3. Oh, it's pretty good, pretty balanced. And here on the other side, 29, 27, 28. Perfect, that's good. That's 1 or 2 amps difference. That is no problem at all. And here even my crimping 3 cables and 1 ring lock, no issues. Alright, so far everything is working. Okay, let's have a look at the infrared camera. Let's see what we can see. And as always, we start with the BMS. We can see my soldering. This is the whole PCB which is warming up here. Yeah, I can feel it. Alright. 32 degrees. That's alright. Circuit breaker. Okay, let's have a look at the bus bars and terminals. 26, 27, 28. Reflections in the back. These are all reflections. That all looks pretty good. Here's our main positive on the left and main negative on the right. BMS and the circuit breaker with 37, 38 degrees. Yep, that all looks good. Okay, leave it running for 10 minutes and then we check again. Here again the difference between app and reality. We are pulling 100 amps at the moment and 78 shows the app only. That's not good. And here again, checking all the bus bars. They're all 5 cucumbers cold. So there's actually no issue with using the standard bus bars. Screw them onto the terminals with 4 Newton meters. Well, they are bombenfest and no heat. Nothing. 4 Newton meters is all it needs. Such a good contact. They're all cold. Well, something has turned off. We are totally in the dark. I don't know what's happening. Discharge is off. Cell under voltage. Cell number 9. 2.78. This was maybe the one which I capacity tested and then didn't recharge enough. That's potentially my own fault. It's not good. Here we can see the problem. The under voltage sits on 2.7 volts. That should be really at 2.5. Ah, we've got power again. Okay, so over voltage 3.65, under voltage 2.5, and nothing else. Yeah, cell number 9 is definitely a bit low with 2.7 volts. Okay, stop charging. Okay, let's turn on the other two batteries again. The overkill first. Let's see. Oh, 52 amps. Wow. It pushes into our new battery. Yeah, 20 amps we can still see. 27 amps. If I charge on. 40 amps. Yes. Well, the BMS actually shows us 29 only, but in reality we have over 30 amps. So there's good 5 amps still difference here in this range. I need to contact them again and need to find out if we can calibrate the current sensor, because this is clearly not good. It is not good. And we also have to go into our smart shunt. So we need to tell him the new battery capacity plus 280 is, that is, which is 864 now, ampere hours at 48 volts. Oh, guys, we have got 864 ampere hours now. That is totally nuts. And I've got only a 4 kilowatt peak solar system here on the roof, so we definitely need to upgrade the solar system now. These batteries will never get fully charged otherwise. Well, guys, I would definitely consider this as a milestone now. I have waited for this moment for months now, since I have started planning the battery shelf, and now it is finally reality. And I really like the flexibility we have now with the connection of the BMS and balance cables here, and we can very easily replace the BMS with another one and are up and running in no time again. But for now, I'm a very happy person. I have all the batteries installed, everything is connected, everything is working. Okay, so I'm really looking forward to fully charge this battery now and see how the different BMSs actually work together, how they balance, how they keep the battery banks under control. If one of them actually disconnects, maybe, who knows? And then we have 44 kilowatt hours of storage capacity available. That is totally nuts. What did I even think of building such a monster? Okay, guys, before I go inside and will probably calibrate a very, very cold spat, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you for supporting the channel and helping me building this. I mean, this is insane. This is a unique build of a battery shelf, of a storage container, which the world hasn't seen yet. And the battery 2.0 with our PowerWall together now. It blows my mind. So again, like the battery number 1 we have built months ago as a community project, the PowerWall and the battery 2.0 here is another community project. We have discussed so many things, so many design features, and I'm really, really glad to share all this here on the internet for everyone to watch, to get inspired and to build your own battery and PowerWall at home, or in your RV, or in your boat, in your cabin in the woods. And don't try to copy all this here. Take little ideas here and there and make them your own in your own project. Just get inspired and start building. And guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all your support, all your help, all your great ideas, all your suggestions, and all your beer donations, of course. Until the next video, guys, you stay charged and stay safe. And thanks again for watching. See you then. Bye-bye. There it is, our battery shelf and the PowerWall.